to move the remit back, John Mason, MSP.
Thanks very much, and thanks, delegates. Delegates, traditionally, the SNB has been a big tent. We've included members with a wide variety of views on many topics. The thing that held us together has been the desire for Scottish freedom, and we have agreed to disagree on many points. Clearly, abortion is a controversial issue and has been for a long time. I fully accept that a majority of members do support abortion, but there has always been a sizable minority in the party and in society who would take a pro-life position, believing that life begins at conception rather than at birth. And this variety of views within the party also applies to other issues like gender recognition and assisted dying. So my main question today is whether we want to continue with the big tent inclusive approach, which in my view maximises the chance of achieving independence by keeping as many people on board as possible. Yes, there will be others in the SNP with whom we might strongly disagree on issues like this, but we tolerate these people and allow them freedom of conscience. Or on the other hand, do we want to narrow down our support base so that someone has to support independence and has to support a pro-choice position in order to be an active member of the SNP? Secondly, dealing with more of the specifics of this resolution, it clearly focuses on the current 24-week limit. Now, whatever one's view on abortion, whether life really begins at conception or at birth, presumably the 24 weeks is a fairly arbitrary timescale. Science and medicine have moved on since that limit was set, and it is now not so unusual for a baby to survive at 23 weeks. Other European countries would tend to have lower limits, 12 weeks in several cases. And I know that some folk who fully support abortion do have reservations about the 24-week limit and feel it is out of date. So for both of these reasons, I would urge delegates to consider a remit back. First, as we want to be an open, inclusive party rather than a rigid and narrow one. We want to include everyone who supports independence, whether they are pro-choice or pro-life. And secondly, because the 24-week limit does seem to be out of line with modern medicine and at the very least needs to be reviewed. Thank you.
Thank you, John.